masculine told him. I was sensing that too. I'm like, why are the karmics walking away? I'm like, why now? Okay. And it's because they're realizing these masculines are stuck on you. And for the first time ever, I think that many of these divine masculines are coming out and saying, this is who she is. I've had feelings for this person for a really long time. I've known this person for a really long time. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717 back with another video. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well. So I'm on today to share a quick reading with you guys around the Five of Swords, or the Five of Winter card, because there was a very interesting message on this card, and it went very much in line with the message that I received. Now, this is one of those karmic heads up readings. I have a separate playlist on the channel that is specifically for those karmic heads up messages. So, sorry, I had to burp there, guys. So, guys, please be mindful of like the titles and things like that. I post these readings because I am guided to. I work with a lot of you through personal readings as well, where I do get inspired by certain messages to share with the collective. And some of you do tend to get a little bit touchy when it comes to karmic readings and some of the messages that I'm putting out. In fact, I read a message the other day where someone was telling me that I was focusing too much on karmic readings, and that I needed to like cleanse and all of that stuff. And I just wanted to say, I'm a reader. I read tarot, I read oracle cards. However the messages come, I share them. Sometimes I get so inspired by working with a lot of you personally that if I catch something in one of our personal sessions, I will share it in a general sense, so that way the collective can benefit from the messages. And furthermore, guys, when you get triggered by readings, try to refrain from coming for the reader. Be accountable for the titles that you're clicking on and for what it is you're listening to, because a lot of the times when you guys want to attack us personally, many times readers are very intuitive, and we can see that we are acting as a mirror for you. Okay, so if you feel that I'm focusing too much on karmic reading, chances are you're clicking on too many karmic readings, and you need to find a way to express that. I guess I would just kind of give that disclaimer at the beginning, that if you're triggered again by karmic readings, or you're just not ready to listen to those types of readings, or you're not interested, please just skip the reading, and you don't have to get bent out of shape over it. And for those of you who have a problem with me as a reader sharing karmic readings, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to stop doing it. I literally just created this playlist this year, and I'm going to continue to put out the messages. Okay, so the overall message for this reading is the karmic partners for the divine masculines are walking away. And this is putting in the divine masculine in a situation where they're left alone to contemplate and to spend time by themselves, and to really get a firm grasp on what it is they ideally want, what it is they want to pursue. Many of your masculines are kind of stepping into their King of Pentacles energy. A lot of them are focused on work right now. I feel that because they are hurting over the loss of the connection with the divine feminine, I feel that because they've continued to try to work on these karmic situations, even though their soul has been pushing them in another direction, many of them are facing the karmic consequences of it now. So they're digging into work a lot more. Many of them are saving money. A lot of them want to be independent. And so they're learning a lot of key lessons when it comes to standing up for themselves, speaking their truth, and allowing a lot of these karmic partners to face life and the challenges that come up with breakups or divorce or separation, whatever the case is. They're starting to open up their eyes and see that, hey, life is life, and everybody has quite the load to deal with. Okay, so many masculines are starting to create a sense of solitude for themselves. And what I'm also getting to is that these masculines have been very fearful about creating some of these endings, and so the way they have approached the situation is that they're almost waiting for the karmics to walk away. And that's the feeling around this reading. Okay, and I'll read to you guys the message here on the Five of Winter card. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. Okay, and that's the karmic partner's energy that I feel like they are walking away from the masculines, because the masculine will always be stuck on the divine feminine, and that's how they're seeing it. The masculine is more shifting their perspective and seeing it as like destiny, because the reason he's seeing it as destiny and the karmics are seeing it as like, no, it's not destiny, you're just stuck on this person, is because a lot of the karmics just have like that ill feeling of having to lose this. But the universe is trying to tell them, like, listen, this masculine has been dishonest with you about the way they feel about you. They're afraid to hurt you. They're afraid to hurt your feelings. So now it's time for you to take accountability and walk away from a situation that is unfulfilling. And I'm not saying it's right, and I feel that many of these masculines should have the courage to be honest with their karmic partners, but that's just what's playing out right now. I feel like the masculines are playing this kind of waiting game and almost trying to purposely push the karmics away from their lives. And the karmic partners don't have the divine feminine to look to blame, because a lot of the reasons it's falling apart at this time is because the masculines are ignoring them. They're just caught up thinking about the divine feminines, what the divine feminine is up to. Many of you cannot feel each other energetically at this time because it's the universe's way of saying you need to spend time with your own thoughts. Stop using your twin as a safety net and deal with the issues at hand. Okay, so that's why I feel like many of you are missing your divine masculine. It feels that you two aren't going to be connecting anytime soon, but that's because you know that a lot of them are going through deep transformation. Like the endings that are happening with karmic situations right now, they've been long overdue, and many of you have felt that very heavy energy, a lot of thunderstorms, a lot of maybe irritability. Your sleep might have been off, your mood might have been off. A lot of you were feeling very exhausted, just sick of it, tired of it, like feeling just fed up. And that's been the energy in the air, okay? And I feel like that's the energy that was being sensed was the karmic energies. Like, they are completely done with having to fight this fight. And I think that what they're starting to realize over time is that it's a lost battle for them. Like, trying to fight the connection between the divine feminine and the divine masculine, it's a losing battle. And I think that the divine masculine and feminine are seeing that themselves. No matter how much they try to walk away from each other, or they experience obstacles or blocks, the energy keeps resurfacing. Okay, let's see what the masculines are thinking about the feminines at this time. What is it that's on their mind? I can't be your friend, I'm too attracted to you. Yeah, and that's what these karmic partners are seeing. And if you guys look closely, the karmic partners are walking away because there's those two people in the background there that can't stop meeting up with each other, whether it be physically or on the astral realm. And I feel like many of these karmic partners are done. You know, a lot of them are tired. They want to attract their own twin flame. I hear many of them saying energetically, you know, a lot of these karmic partners are like, you know what, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. It's not worth the effort. And that's what the last message on this card said. Something that's not worth the effort. It's not worth it to try to keep an eye on this masculine 24/7. Because I'm telling you, these karmics are feeling so frustrated and exhausted from having to check the masculine's phone, their search history, stalking the divine feminine social media to try to get some kind of clue or hint as to what it is she's up to. But the universe is telling them, like, the reason you're tired is because you can't get into the feminine's dreams. You can't get into her intuition. You can't, you know, seep into her energy because she is unpredictable to both you and the masculine. Because I think that the divine feminine is shifting all of the time. A lot of you guys are transforming every day. You know, who you were yesterday, you're not the same person today. A lot of your spiritual gifts are developing rapidly. A lot of you have become very unpredictable to your divine masculine, and that's why many of you are not caught up in those games anymore. You know, you guys were like, okay, you know what? Checkmate, bitch. You deleted yourself off of social media. If you guys haven't checked out that reading, I posted it a while back, but you're not on social media and your masculine has no access to you. Check out that reading, because I feel like that energy is now manifesting for many of you in the present moment, where you guys are, you know, like you're figuring things out. You're becoming more clairvoyant. And so it's easier for you to disengage from certain things, like, again, social media. You don't feel like your life depends on it to be on there and to be scrolling through there. You don't feel the need to put up appearances or post the latest picture of you here and there and everywhere. You know, like, you guys are fully in your solitude, working on your craft and you have no choice, because a lot of the spiritual stuff that's happening to many of you, you need to isolate and go into that hermit mode. And oftentimes, many of you, when you do dip into that hermit energy, it is disengaging and isolating away from the world. Okay? Now, this is what these karmic partners are just irked about, okay? The masculine has tried to keep things platonic. They've tried to stay away from the divine feminine. They've tried to say, she's just a friend, she's this, she's that. Nothing's ever good enough for these karmic partners when it comes to this connection with the divine feminine. They don't want the divine feminine around in no way, shape, or form. And that is what kind of, I think, pushes the masculine towards the feminine even more. You know, it's almost like they try to bury up the bond or the attraction that they feel. And many of your masculines have probably said that to you a lot of times, divine feminines, that they just want to be your friend. But that's not the case. That's not the way they really feel. A lot of them can't have a conversation with you without, you know, kind of dabbling in emotions and getting, experiencing strong feelings towards you, or some kind of flirtatious energy or sexual energy. Okay? And this card says here, I told the karmic about you. Wow. Okay. So that explains it. That explains why they're walking away, because the masculine told them. I was sensing that too. I'm like, why are the karmics walking away? You know, I'm like, why now? Okay. And it's because they're realizing these masculines are stuck on you. And for the first time ever, I think that many of these divine masculines are coming out and saying, this is who she is. I've had feelings for this person for a really long time. I've known this person for a really long time. And a lot of these karmic partners, in their heads, they're going, yeah, I know. I could feel it the entire time. So I think before, what was happening is that your masculine kept denying it, divine feminine. They don't know who you are. You're the one who approached them. You're the one who has feelings for them. You're the one who believes in twin flames. They don't know what you're talking about. And now it's all come full swing. You know what? I was lying. I have had feelings for her the same way the whole time. And now these karmic partners are looking at you, divine feminine, like, damn, and I was calling this bitch crazy the whole time, and here is this man that was like feeling the exact same way as her. And they know it, divine feminines, because they're starting to see that a lot of their behaviors and their attitude towards you, it's exactly what the masculine has been doing. They thought that you were dogging down this masculine, right? Saving pictures of him on your phone, and then they found pictures of you on the masculine's phone, right? They thought you were stalking his social media, and they end up finding the divine feminine's profile picture, Facebook, Instagram, all of that stuff in his search history. And they keep finding it in his search history. So everything that they were accusing you of doing, divine feminine, they're now finding these masculines doing the exact same things towards you. Like they're stuck on you, this obsessive energy. And so the masculines are coming clean now. They're telling these karmic partners about you. And again, I'm not saying that there's complete endings happening right now, but cat's out of the bag is what I get through this reading. And, you know, many of you were waiting for your divine masculines to walk away from a lot of these karmic situations. The karmics are beating them to the punch. And it may be that there is some time alone, or there is some kind of solitude that's going to be occurring for the divine masculines at this time. But I don't see the feminines being worried at all, because, you know, I do feel that after this period of isolation that the masculine goes through, they'll have to embody the strength card and really become that like phoenix rising from the ashes, and approach the divine feminine in a way where it's like, when he does come towards you, feminine, you're going to be like, who is this person? There's going to be no remnants of old energy coming up for you guys, because that's only going to create more and more cycles, and many of you are going to sense that right off the bat. I feel that many of your masculines, when they are ready to approach you, the energy is just going to be really clean, and you guys are going to be able to feel it in the air long before it arrives. Okay? I love you guys. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.